another live. So I went live this morning when I went on a walk up to a local school and explored the woods. So that was pretty fun. But now is the training session. So I'm basically, as the title suggests, I'm going to get some volume in through complexes, but also through squats. So what you'll see in this session is a pull plus pause snatch, and the pull will be 3 pulls plus a pause snatch. I tentatively put it up to 80. I'm just kind of feeling it out. I'm not going to be assessing the speed, at least for this week, because just like with trying to get stronger, if you're trying to test every week, your data is not going to be the best. And it's also like not, there's not as much utility if you're testing every week because you may not change every week. But I do pull plus pause snatch. Uh, and the goal of that is just to kind of work on that path past the knee, and then pull plus power clean plus front squat. And that's mostly just to for the front squat aspect of it. Right now I have it 3 pulls, 1 power clean, and 3 front squats. We'll see how those feel and how much I want to do of both of those. But the main part of the volume will be with back squats. Currently I have it at 3 sets of 10 at 100, so not a super heavy squat, but we'll see how they feel once I get to that point. For the clean and jerk complex, or at least the clean complex, I should say, because there's not going to be overhead stuff today. I'm going to have that be up to 110, at least potentially. A lot of this I can kind of play around with to see how I'm feeling with it. Later today, I'll do some lunges. Tomorrow's field day, so I'll probably not be able to train that well tomorrow. But I also, if I leave like overhead stuff for tomorrow, that'd be kind of ideal with a day where I'll probably not have my legs underneath me to really want to train hard lower body wise, or really with the main lifts. So doing some upper body stuff tomorrow will probably be what's in the cards. I'm also experimenting adding more pulls in the complexes instead of just doing them separate. So I think that will allow me to get more specific practice in a complex to still, 3 pulls, like get a good amount of volume in, um, but also to, do it in the lifts. So uh, curious how it feels, doing them, assuming, because I can pull quite easily, it won't feel that difficult, but we'll kind of see. So be kind of the limiting, not really the limiting factor, of course, but the front squats also will be doing that complex with straps to really continue to stretch out the front rack too. So that will be interesting to see how that feels with that. But that being said, we can get some shoes on, start warming up a little bit. Nice part of the complexes too is like it kind of is a built-in warm up as well. So we'll see how they feel. And it's nice. I'm not really worried about a specific weight. Uh, it was yesterday. I went to the actual gym, or at least their new location, their temporary location for the summer. I most likely won't be going in there hardly at all. So I'll be out here for most of the summer, or actually for the whole summer, probably, unless there's some sort of special reason to go in there. And when I do, when I went there, there's enough space to do snatches and clean and jerks and stuff, but it's not the best for, not my preference for where I would want to squat as far as what space is there. It's a lot more cramped, but it's temporary because they're getting the new facility built for the fall, which will be really nice, I'm sure. So I'm looking forward to that, but it's nice to have this place for the summer because I don't want to squat in a squat rack, in a power rack, I should say, which is not ideal. So I don't know. We'll see how everything feels, but we don't need glasses on, that's for sure. Especially when it's this warm out, all this sweat and they'll just fall off. So throw that over there, start warming up. good. Shoulder's feeling pretty good. I gotta put the bug thing on. Forgot about that. Bugs ah. Otherwise, I'll get eaten alive by all the bugs out here. But it's nice with all the movement I did today and just stretching and stuff that I already feel pretty warm. I feel like the normal soreness, I guess, but not really enough to warrant a extended warm up. Plus, with the way that I'm doing the complexes, it'll kind of like doing 40 kilos, doing 3 pulls, and a pause snatch will kind of be built in with that. I could do powers as well, but we'll see what the vibe is when I do 40 kilos. But for all the warm-up sets, we'll be doing 3+1s as well. All right. So 3 pulls and a pause below the knee. I think I'll do full snatches too. I think for the clean complex, doing power cleans will be good to work on getting my elbows under, but we'll see. A lot of pulls. A lot of pulley boys. Or take smaller jumps, so go 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. And that might be it. Might not do multiple sets of that weight. Keep it up to keep a good pace of the training session as well if we can. So 50 kilos now. That's a good long set. Kind of like this. I think It's a good exercise, at least for today. All right, so 60 now. Felt good too. Just moving and grooving. You have to pay attention for groceries because those could come at any moment. Could be a while, could be any second. Now 70. A lot of reps. So at least 80 here. go ahead and fix my wraps and then see if I want to go up. Kind of feel like I want to. Not for triples in the pool. That's a little bit too much. What's up, Daniel? I just finished doing 3+1 pull plus pause snatch, but I'm gonna go up to 90 and maybe we just do a pull or a pause snatch, I should say. Obviously, I can do a pull at 90, but 3 pulls are cooking me a bit. Yeah. A clean and press? Like overhead press? Or you mean clean and jerk? So 195 strict presses. Really strong. I'll push press. Press. 195 push press is still good. We're gonna do 80 again, but just do a pause snatch and then go up. So I guess this will be kind of like bonus work. All right. Trying to basically not extend my hips, kind of under the assumption that they will extend at some point, but trying to prevent myself from going early. It's making it feel pretty good. Yeah, felt really good too. We're up to 90. Phone's vibrating, so that means my groceries are arriving. And with it being 80 degrees, I'm gonna have to get them when they do come. Let's see. 7:09. So what time is it now? I have 8 minutes. Mr. Popular, it's Walmart delivery. Alright, so at least do this. Feels good, we'll just keep going up though. It's like CrossFit, I got 8 minutes to max out. Keep going up. It's feeling really easy. Whew. All right. I don't know if this is some sort of war crime, but I'm going to set the red on the outside. Feels immoral. Alright, so we'll do this pause here. Almost extended too well. That felt good. We'll go to 110. But 110 will be the limit. Four more heavy snatches. Well, I still gotta do a clean complex and squats, but I mean, this is really good for this complex. I haven't done a pause snatch in a while, so even hitting 100 was good, especially with how easy it felt. Just think about the same thing, the pause, make sure my knees are back, and then trying to keep my hips back as long as I can. Felt slower. It's like I added weight from the last set or something. See what it looked like. That looked good though. We'll let Walmart decide how many more heavy snatches I can do. What'd you work up to? RP Walmart. But we'll go to 115. My best ever in a pause snatch is 123. So 115 would be like just a really good percentage lift in general to hit. Walmart has decided that 115 is my last one. We gotta hit this and go get my food inside. Time to make this one, make it good. All right. Whew. That was close. Flipped it a little bit. We gotta try it one more time before we run in. We got it though. Come on. That was a good rep, but definitely got to end the snatches there. Felt really solid in the bottom, but it's a good one. And even the last one like felt good. I just looped. I think because I weighted better than I have been, I just put too much on it and it looped it a bit. But that one felt really good. It felt heavy. Like with the pause and stuff, but I did it really well. The bottom, I felt really strong catching it. So as far as that lift goes, that's a really good starting point to hit it that, I'd say, relatively easily. I mean, with the assumption that 123, I mean, when I did that 123 max, it was an ugly, ugly rep as far as like a press out and stuff. And that one felt solid. So that's certainly good for this exercise I still want to do. I mean, pull plus power clean plus front squat, with the emphasis on getting pulls reps and front squat reps. And I know I won't be trying to go heavy on those. But, yeah, no, that was, I'm gonna write that down. So, that was from Mastika Strength, hips, back, as long as possible. So, that was definitely good cue to be thinking about that I can, obviously, getting these out of the way, it's kind of hard to think about on like the full lift, but getting it, like waiting for my hips, I guess is a way, but just trying to like almost just keep my butt back as long as possible, but I'm not really thinking about the posterior, but trying to keep the hips from doing anything laid as possible, and then everything just goes at once. I think that's one reason I started to feel good. Yeah, this is one's from a hook grip, but I love the baseball tees. It makes me look like I have muscles. I need to get groceries for it. I have cottage cheese. I'll be right back. I brought some Sour Patch Kids with me. No. All right. So these are going to be 3 pulls, 1 power clean, and 3 front squats. I think I'm also trying to do more front squats, but kind of feeling like adding them. Kind of like how CJ Cummins did back in the day, just doing cleans and front squatting after. Whew. I guess it's kind of good I waited a while to come out here because it's very warm today. And that's one of the reasons, even in the summer, unless I train really early, I usually wait to the evenings just because it cools off a little bit. In theory, training earlier would be more, convenient because then I would have the rest of the day to do whatever. But I usually don't feel like training at like noon or 1 before it gets super hot. So really the other option is just wait till it cools off. So if I came out like 4 or 5 o'clock, I'd just be... Honestly, you can still train, but you just sweat so much that it starts to get in the way. I'm not opposed to sweat, but when you're sweating like that much, when it's that hot, then like you just bring out multiple shirts and like it becomes an inconvenience because like it's hard to do cleans with a pound of sweat on. But we'll find the other straps. So these straps, for whatever reason, feel better when I'm doing like power cleans and stuff. I feel like they rotate around the bar a little bit easier, but they're a little bit longer than that. Not really. I guess they're literally the same size. I think it's just the material feels a bit better. They feel longer. I guess maybe because they're a little bit thinner. They're almost exactly the same size, so they don't feel as nice on like snatches and stuff. They feel like they kind of are loose, but on pulls they're usually okay. I've done heavy pulls and snatch pulls and stuff, but like regular deadlifts with them. So I don't know. I guess they're good for cleans, but the Iron Mine ones are certainly the best straps. The short and sweet. All right. So the plan with these is to do 70, 90, and 110. So that's pretty toxic. I look savage. He's telling me I'm ugly. I know I'm ugly. I'm ugly and I'm proud. I'm ugly and I'm proud. So using straps is not ideal for full cleans, unless you're really mobile, or Ilya Ilin is, I guess, mobile as well. But for me, using straps on like the power cleans allows me to really focus on the speed that my arms punch under. And I guess in a sense they save my hands for like, because I can do the 3 pulls without holding the bar really. But for me it's that, and then doing the front squats, it stretches out my front rack. So we'll go ahead and pull our hearts out, power clean, and front squat. Front squats feel so weird with straps on. No, I'm ugly and I'm proud. I'm ugly and I'm proud. we're doing 90 for the same complex, the 3 plus 1 plus 3. And I think with 110, I'll do an AMRAP of the front squats. So all depends on how it feels in la front rack for that. Felt easier in the front rack on that one. So we'll go up to 110, do the same thing, and see how many more than 3 I can do with 110. But the front rack on that one actually didn't hurt. I say hurt. I didn't feel like I was stretching as much. It doesn't really hurt in general. Whew. The heat out here is gassing me out. Alright, 110 now. Yeah, try real hard on the power clean to punch the elbows under. It won't be a hard power clean, but with having a full grip with the straps, I get slower, and so you need to not be slow. Easier said than done. Hit up more, but make sure I don't overstretch my front rack. Reps felt easy though. Actually felt better. I was doing 110 last week, or throughout the week last week. My elbows felt slower. So now when I felt like I caught it a lot more solid. So my front rack felt nice. And then the 6 front squats felt surprisingly pretty good. I kind of wanted to keep going, but I want to make sure I didn't mess up my front rack, overstretch it or whatever. Gassed me out though, I tell you what. Yeah. But like with the straps on the front squat, it's a balancing act between doing more reps and, getting fatigued and pushing too far forward. So I make sure I'm not, messing up the wrist or anything like that. But I think we go up to 125 for a power clean and a squat. See what happens. Cone straps. Oh. Whew. If I can move my elbows fast enough, I'll be able to do it. But just a 1+1. Power clean the straps, so I gotta be a lot more. I'm not gonna go up above this weight. This would be, if I get comfortable doing it with this weight, then I might, not on this day, but eventually do more. This is about the limit, what I can do with straps. Okay. It wasn't a power clean, but it felt really comfortable. So I'll certainly take that. Tells me the mobility in the front rack's getting better already, which is exciting. But it gives me a nice goal. It gives me a goal of doing that, like powering that. But honestly, even without straps, like sometimes 125 goes like that. But as the hopefully the strength and the speed goes up, then I'll be able to do that consistently. I've done it with straps before. I've obviously power cleaned a bunch before, but it's obviously a little different when it's a little different when you're fatigued from it. But the front squat felt really comfortable too. My positions feel a little weird, but I think it's just because I'm so much more upright, even compared to when I don't have straps. Because the straps, to keep your elbows up, you have to be really upright with a full grip. It's not that I round or anything really bad with the front squat, but whew, well, that was fatiguing, that's for sure. Now back squat time. Whew. Me, it's like my upper back, that mid to upper back. But it wasn't really heavy enough for me to be like compromised. I just felt with the straps, it makes you be much more upright. Almost like my center of balance is like too far back. Almost, that's what it feels like. But oh, wrap came unraveled. It's all over. All right. Whew. It's kind of a weird thing to say. I guess you got a reaction. 7,200 steps today. Whew. Which means my evening walk will be about 5,000 steps. Their boots. Their boots. These aren't going to be difficult. I'm just doing 70 for 5 and then 100. I put 3 sets of 10. We'll see how they're feeling. Either way, it won't be heavy. It's like once you start to lose your cardio in a session, it like never comes back. I guess I'm not really slowing down the pace a terrible amount. Make sure these bad boys don't start sliding off when I'm doing these sets. That's what I did last week. I know it was 70. But it's 70 for 10, 10, and 20. This will be sufficient weight. Kind of doing the bodybuilder reps. Really constant tension rep. Honestly felt really easy though. Getting back the high rep conditioning for squats. When the weight's light, it's not too bad. Once you have appreciable weight, then you start to gas out and recover extremely slowly from it. From the cardio standpoint, because you have to hold your breath a lot more. All right. Get a drink and do the next set. Whew. Whew. Feels good to do them like that too. Cheat them as much as possible. Whew. Only one more. I actually want to put my watch on, see what my heart rate's actually at. I never wear it when I train. Let's see what it says my heart rate's at. Probably like 120, 30. I'll say that'll be like 190. Keep it on for the no shot. Oh, it's going up. It's at 77. I'd be a little concerned. So 116, 121, 126. I think it peaked at 126. Yeah, it's settling back down a little bit. Feels about right. So we'll see right after. I'll leave it on for the set. We'll see what it does. And it's still sitting 120. I guess that could be one way to assess if I'm ready to do another set to see what my heart rate's at, but it's not heavy enough for now for me to really worry about that. But these things aren't 100% accurate either. All right, one more. I think it hit 11 by accident. We'll see what the heart rate got up to. It says 121. Oh, 46, 45. That's what. So I peaked. Saw 146. Not bad. But that's it for training for today. I'll do lunges at some point tonight, but I'll go in and shower. Actually, I'll go and finish getting my steps. Nice. But not bad. That's it for this session, unless I decide to go live when I go for another walk. But deuces for now.